Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Yes, let's just talk about the psychology of life and spirituality, how it works together. First, we're going to look at a man with the story behind him in the book of Judges, and his name was Samson. And so Samson, many know the story of, but if they don't, I'll just give a brief synopsis of him. He was called by God through his parents as he was birthed. And one of the things that was a no-no was because he was a Nazarite, he was not to cut his hair. And so my story ties into men and women that are dealing with fatal attractions. And some of them don't even know that they're dealing with fatal attractions, but this is the way it goes. When you are dealing with people in life, you have to make the right choices concerning how you're handling them emotionally, because you do not know if they are going to become a fatal attraction or if they are a devil in disguise, someone that is set up to bring you to your demise. And so I picked Samson because before I woke up early this morning, Samson was in my head, Samson. And whenever I hear or feel something spiritually, I have to talk about it, because we're in a time and season where people that are making choices off of reckless thoughts and behaviors, decisions that do not or are not, they're not chosen by the way of concern for others, is causing people to be set up in sabotaging situations. So Samson was not to marry a person or be with a person outside of his tribe. And I believe in that too. That's just a belief system of mine, that I believe that we have enough people in our tribes to be able to not go out of the tribe. And back in that time, they would call them foreign women. Well, when I say out of the tribe, meaning out of your relationship, and then you seek foreign women or foreign men. So this is for men and women, because there's a Samson in women and men, right? So getting to the point of view, the warning at this time concerning insatiable appetites and temptation is directed at the outcomes of what you're looking to receive. And what I mean by that is karma. If you are working in relationships with people in a good fashion, then you're going to receive a good harvest. If you're working in a negative, then you're going to receive negative. And, just to pinpoint mindsets, there are people out there driven, as Samson was, to have what he wants, even though he was set in a position where he was not supposed to go out of his tribe. And his parents and their tribe had set that standard. When you go to break a standard and you are not psychologically fit for it, there's going to be repercussions. And that means that if you didn't make an agreement to go into a foreign place or to begin to see a foreign person, or as a lot of people are talking about, polyamorous relationships where you have more than one partner and you and your number one partner agrees on it. The fact of the matter is the agreement. If you decide to be polyamorous or to go outside of the tribe, as Samson did, then that means that without a yes or no from the parents or the wife or the husband that you're with, you have broken an agreement. And moreover, the agreement in heaven is broken, because most people that are moving through their appetite, the insatiable temptations, are not looking at a God presence. They're looking at the God presence of their desires, and that means that there's a lower desire that's driving them. So here we're going back with Samson. So he met Delilah. And so you meet your Delilahs, men and women, and you don't know that she or he is actually sent as an assassin to take you down, to take your life, to take everything that you have acquired. A lot of people don't look at life as a test. They don't look at when they get up in the morning that they're getting up in the morning and they're starting a day to go back to school, whether they're in a work position or not. Life is about schooling and learning. So if you're not psychologically fit or spiritually fit and you have stepped out of the agreement of your tribe, you might end up with public humiliation. Someone could get deeply hurt in situations like this. Also, you can lose everything that you have acquired in life. And so when I go back and I'm talking to you about the fatal attraction, you meet a foreign person, meaning the woman or man outside of the relationship, and they find out that you have other agreements in other places. You've lied to them about things. What you're doing is setting yourself up for danger and your tribe, the people around you, because now this person, as Delilah did, has set you up to be in prison. And that means that imprisonment also affects everyone around you. So getting to the best part, Capricorn, Scorpio or Pluto, Scorpio and Jupiter are transiting together. And they are transiting in a way where they are looking over our lives. That means that karma is coming back to people right now in a real-time way. The choices that you make today depend on the harvest that you're going to get. Make your choices wisely. If you don't want to be hurt, don't hurt anyone. If you don't want to be put in a dangerous position, do not put others in dangerous positions. Think beyond self. Think about others that may be affected by the choices that you make. And then understand that the secrets that you have are not secret, because the universe knows. And that's why you can get all of the karma back that you know. People that operate in agreements in one place and then agreements in another place, they're secretive, deceptive, and they're manipulative. They don't understand the psychology of their selves. And so what happens is they continue to work in this type of mindset until the day of ruin comes, like Samson. Samson was a man of God. He was chosen from the beginning of his life. And so we can look at men and women of God in this perspective too. That means that we're all on the level playing field. The warning is the positioning that you've put yourself in. If you're acting on an agreement that you yourself have created, meaning that you've not taken into consideration all the people that will be hurt by the choice that you make. The agreement matters. It's like the agreement that people make with God as a commitment. I do know that people have problems with commitments, but they have problems with commitments because they have not actually met with the day of reckoning, where they have been involved in negative karma, where they've created hurtful situations for others. And I remember, I think it's, what's his last name? Douglas. Michael Douglas? No, anyway, the Douglas son, he was in Fatal Attraction. And when you look at that picture, you can see what it can do to your tribe, or that movie, you can see what it would do to your tribe. And then, Acronomy with Taraji in it. Good movies, but real life stuff that show us that whatever we do to someone, is going to come back to us. Sometimes people think that it's a fairy tale, and that's because they hadn't experienced the epitome of the fall. Pride comes before the fall. When you have set yourself up psychologically to believe that you're God and you've not met with the supreme God, the universe, you're going to take a fall. Your choices that you make concerning others where you don't care is setting up an account for you to lose also in various ways. So again, the warning is because of the setting of the planetary aspects. Saturn is the Lord of karma. That means that whatever you sow, you reap. Then there is Pluto, who is the transformer. He takes you into the underworld, and the underworld is where you will get your understanding, because you can't come out of the underworld hell until you've resolved those issues. The underworld is really a mental state, by the way. But your mental state must change, and you must amend the issues that you have caused with others in order to get out of that. That means that you have to learn how to apologize if you're so prideful that you're like that character Satan that says he don't have to apologize for anything because he got his own world. Your own world outside of the universe can come crumbling down because you are not the ultimate supreme God, and that's why people meet with fatal attractions and they set themselves up for public humiliation. And it's harder when you are somebody that the public respects. You know what I'm saying? When you're being seen, when you are working with people and they really believe that you're an honorable and integral person, it's really hard. The fall is greater because not only is it the people that are disappointed, but then there is a disappointment and a embarrassment that sets on the individual that has set the wheels in motion for this to happen. So if you have any questions or you want to make a comment on this, go to ifwbuilders@gmail.com and give me your thoughts. I wanted to bring it up because, of course, again, Samson fell in my spirit, and there's so many people out there that are deceiving themselves. I did a couple of videos on audios on the kings and queens. We want to reign, right? But we want to reign where we are reigning in the right status. And the right status is where we are assisting each other, helping our families to grow, helping our communities to grow, not continuously working against each other and secretly breaking each other down. All right. So you guys have a blessed day, and thanks for listening. Subscribe and share with someone today. Be strong and overcome those temptations by prayer, meditation, and taking accountability for areas that you know you're weak in. Amen.